and welcome back to this week's video. Goodness gracious, we've had so much demand for our wonderful Charlie Bear collection here at Mary Shortle, and I bet you're reading the title and wondering what all that is about. Well, of course we will continue to stock Charlie Bears here. We are now York's premier and largest selection of amazing Charlie Bears, retired pieces that are so hard to find. So I'm going to run through a few of the bears that we have here available in store for you to feast your eyes on, because with Charlie Bears using these quite stark sort of corporate white background images, I feel as a collector myself doesn't always do them the full justice. And for you, the fans of Charlie Bears, I know how much you just love to get hold of them. It's all about the feel and the weight and the floppiness of some of their characters too, that just melts your heart and makes you want to adopt them. So I thought it was really nice to showcase some of them a little bit closer in detail so you can have an idea of exactly what you're buying. So check out this beauty. With some of the retired Charlie Bears, I absolutely adore the facial expressions, the patterns that were created at that time, and also the size of the bears. They seem to be just so much more appealing than some of the smaller pieces that are produced today. But take a look at this beauty. So this one is Twanky, and he is part of a 3-bear series. Do you know the names of the other 2 in this series, or do you own them already? With the retired pieces also, often they're made in a series, and it's nice to collect the whole collection. So this one I absolutely adore, using these very fine fabrics, which are also used in the couture business too. It really creates that uniqueness, what Charlie Bear is all about. And of course, with so many of the older pieces, the stitch paws really make such a difference too. So Twanky is available here along with, have you guessed, Twinkie, and also Tink are some of the other retired pieces which we love to have in this series too. But let me show you some of the other beauties that are also available not only in our store but also at maryshortle.com. Can you see behind me? I have such an amazing array here. We can have up to 300 retired Charlie Bears alone in this amazing York teddy bear store. So for those of you who don't know about us already, then why not pop along and check us out. We're just behind York Minster here, and also of course on our website, which we're literally updating on a daily basis. So who have you spotted behind that you would love me to showcase in closer detail? Let's just pick this beauty here. So this one, again, the mix of the fabrics and the colorway is just absolutely adorable. Now, for those of you who are new to collecting Charlie Bears, you can see that this circular tag here is from the older pieces too. Now this one is Jumble, and he is quite an old piece now, but he's in absolutely perfect condition. And we do source not only from the UK but also all over Europe, and we work with many stockists worldwide on sourcing and also keeping our stock absolutely topped up to the maximum, so you're not disappointed if you're coming to look for that special bear. So this is Jumble, and again, one of those lovely older faces that just melts your heart, but the feel of these bears in your arms is just perfection. Now with the older pieces too, I love the way that they always had the extra little detail, often in the key or the bell. Now this one is actually a heart-shaped bell, and I think this just works beautifully, also with the ribbon detail, and again the beautifully stitched paws, which are also shaded. So much detail and care in the design, and also the creating of the wonderful older pieces like this. So he's available here and also on our website. Check him out now. This is Jumble. And of course, looking at a good old traditional bear from Charlie Bear collection, look at this rare find. This is the Charlie Bear Year Bear from 2009 with all his complete tags and everything intact. But can you see the transition and how these bears have changed over the years? Now that's really nice for a company to always develop new ideas and work on new creations too, and keep the collection very exciting. But I know so many of you who just love this traditional teddy bear look in also the very traditional neutral tones. So for those of you who love that very teddy, then this one certainly would be a great one for your collection. And being such an older piece too, this one is quite a rare find. So looking again at some of the older pieces we have here, we have a constant supply coming in of the older pieces too. Like I say, we also in lockdown bought so much shop stock, sadly from shops that were closing in the UK, which just made it all the more exciting for us. I think we purchased nearly 1,500 bears in the first lockdown in 2020. So believe it or not, we still have so much to share and offer with you that we've actually popped into storage for now. Now, if you're a fan of Isabel Lee, she is predominantly the main creator at Charlie Bears, really, for the fabulous faces and patterns. But of course, there are the collectors that love the Heather Lyle collection too. Now, for me, these are a completely different look, and I always find them a little bit mischievous or even a little bit grumpy looking, but they have an appeal of their own. They're also a lot slender in their patterns too, and for this one it has magnetic paws, which is lovely, so he can just hang in there with his magnetic paws too. Now this one is actually called Mischief, and again it's an older edition, but this has a flecked tone to its plush as well, so he's really fun. He would just perch on the edge of a little shelf somewhere, but I think he's quite cute and definitely worth looking at. Now again, Heather Lyle, if you see what I mean about the slenderness of her bears, this is Wyatt, and again you can spot the style of her work at a distance. It's very, very different, and that's very like the doll artists and also the way that we paint our dolls here too. You can never make two the same, and no two artists can create the same style, and that's what makes collecting so important and worthwhile, that everything is so individual to you. But this one's a little bit different. I think it's probably the only bear I've seen in the whole Charlie Bear range that has the bells. So if you're not thinking of this one for yourself as a collector but wanting to purchase for a child, naturally these are not baby safe, but it would make a lovely piece for a nursery or to keep later on and maybe just pop a little bit higher on a shelf for now. But I think this one would make a really sweet gift too, and especially with that little added extra. Normally we hear that sound from the bells around the necks and things, but yeah, check these out. They're all on the website at maryshortle.com. Now Charlie Bears is not all about teddy bears. It's also about some great unique character animals, and of course their bunnies too. We'll go on to their bunnies in a minute, but check out this one. This is Pooch, and he's a little ragamuffin. He's so cute, and he's one of their jointed doggy, and he's absolutely lovely. Again, he's a past edition, so quite hard to find. I think I've only ever had this one Pooch actually into my store, but yeah, he's absolutely fabulous. Now they do a small range of dogs from the past editions that are quite realistic. So we have this one here. We also have this adorable black Scottie dog, and he has got so much character, and he's actually called Scottie, believe it or not, and he has this lovely fringed hair here, and he's certainly got the great traditional Scottie dog body shape too, so not such a character in that sense, but a little bit more realism creeping in here in this past edition pup. So yeah, if you're liking cats and dogs, then we also do have quite a nice selection here of those too. Now, not forgetting this one, I always think this one is really super cute, and this one is Mud Magnet, and he's more like a little puppy, so a smaller size, but again a really sweet one that can just sneak in with your teddy bears. Now with cats, there is not so many cats in the Charlie Bear range. We have had the beautiful princess cat, which has now been adopted, but one that I rarely get here is this beauty, and this is Ali, Alley Cat, of course. What a perfect name for this one. So this is an older edition from the Isabel Lee creation, and I absolutely love this. I think if you are a cat lover or even a teddy bear lover, then this one just fits perfectly. But she also has some very sweet little charms around her neck too, and of course that long fluffy tail and the very sweet detailed paws here. So I have to say that this one, if you're a kitten or cat lover, is absolutely adorable. But check out all these amazing goodies at maryshortle.com. We have so many to share with you. If there is anybody that you're looking for to add to your collection, it's always worth dropping me a message. Like I say, I work with so many other retailers in the UK and right across the world, and you never know, they may just have stock of that particular one that you're looking to add to your collection. So I can't promise I can do this for you, but it's certainly worth a chance. And some while ago we had a wonderful collector came to visit us, and she came to York for the day to source all the wonderful teddy bear shops in the Yorkshire area, and she stumbled across us here. Of course, she was just staying across the road in the lovely hotel, and to my surprise, this collector already had over 600 bears in her collection, and she actually had an A to Z of all the names. What a great idea when you have so many and just looking for those missing pieces. Well, to my astonishment, she found over 20 retired bears that we had here that weren't on her list. So of course they were all adopted and went to live with her in the south of England. So yes, you never know, if you are looking for that rarer piece, we may just have it here. Please bear in mind though, we do deal mainly in the plush collection and not so much in the Isabel mohair range, although we do get an odd piece here. But yes, certainly worth contacting us about that. Now let's carry on and see who else we have here to share with you. Now, if you're a massive fan of Charlie Bears and love collecting some of the bears from each series and each year, then don't worry, we do sell all our current Charlie Bears on our website at maryshortle.com. So if you come into store and it's not here, don't be disappointed, because you can just hop online and you can order it there. So all our current range, which is coming in all the time, whether it be for Charlie Bears or other retailers that we deal with, we can always have that lovely constant supply. So I just thought I'd showcase, I brought into store a few today to showcase with you some of the latest 2021 collection. Yes, the 2022 we're still waiting to share with you. We cannot wait to see the lovely goodies. Well, actually, I've seen them, but I can't wait to share them all with you, because at the minute it's all top secret what Charlie Bears are doing for 2022, which makes the anticipation and the excitement all the more worth waiting for. So this beauty here, look at this one. This is Mortimer, and again from the Queen's Beast series, just 2,000 piece edition. So this one is available at maryshortle.com, and he is coming in at £100. But what a beauty! Such a gorgeous lion style cross teddy, I think. So with the teddy body, the lovely lion tail, and this beautiful mane around his face. He's super friendly, isn't he? Now with this one, he has got some nice detailing to his paws, which is lovely. So some other teddies that we do have available on our website from 2021. Let me just grab a couple here. So this one is a sweet one. This is Eugene, and it's £72 coming in. It's a smaller size. Now, I know a lot of you have sent me messages saying, is this a bear? Is this a kitten? It's sort of a bit of a cross in my opinion, but got that very sweet little soulful face. It's a one-toned colour fur with a slightly longer hair, and I have to say the stitching on the nose of this one is lovely. So with a lot of the Charlie Bear noses, They're doing very, very well, and they're using here the coloured thread, and then they're accenting it with the darker shading and also around the eyes, which gives it that little bit of realism of it being like a really sweet little cub. Isn't it gorgeous? So this one also has the lovely detail paws. I really love the detail paws, and I also like to know the artist behind the pattern. I'm not as keen on when we're not knowing if it's designed by Isabel Lee or Heather Lyle or one of the other great artists. There are a few teddies out there at the minute that just say designed by like EW or MW or whatever the initials are, and I think that's a shame. I think it's nice to know there's so much love and attention gone into creating this from the heart as well. So again, massive fan of the Isabel Lee patterns, but yes, I think it's really important that we know we're investing our money too, that we know who's behind them. It really makes such a difference. But this one is certainly a really sweet poppet. Now I haven't got all of the new collection here to share with you, but I have got a few of them. There is also some bears still dribbling in, believe it or not, from 2020 and obviously 2021. But yeah, this one, we've had about 3 deliveries of her now, and she's one of the larger pieces. This is Lyndsey, retailing at £145. Now this one was actually a 3,000 piece edition, so it's still a limited edition piece, but the colours of this one, this is really a show-stopping bear, and ideally I think she would just sit beautifully in a chair on her own, even if you're not a Charlie Bear collector. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the tones of this, it's like a very, very light peachy pink, and with like the more lilac-y longer fur too. This is just such a lovely girly bear. It really is. The weight to these larger pieces too is certainly worth every penny. You get a lot of bear for your money there. So yeah, Lyndsey is certainly one that I would highly recommend. She would make a beautiful gift, or why not treat yourself? So like I say, we're certainly worth a visit, and I'm just going to showcase very quickly now to end this video some lovely older editions. So this is Jasmine. Take a look at her. Isn't she adorable? She is a two-tone panda style teddy, and she just works really well. So she's also available here. Let's see who we've got now. Now with the longer haired bears, sometimes they need a little gentle shake to make them look all fresh in a morning. And this one is Theresa. She's actually one of the later edition from 2021, and she's coming in too, but look at her colour. She's quite a vibrant lilac, but the lilac is just tipped on the edge of the hair there, and she's got this very sweet little love heart. So with Valentine coming up, she would also make a lovely gift for you or your loved one too. Now they're coming fast and furious. Check out this beauty. This one is Dominique, and again now looking at near retirement. She is also a panda style with the delicate greys and also the mix of the hair, which makes her very adorable. This one has a very sweet, just a soft little bow and also a soft floral design there. So she's coming in very nicely. But isn't it nice to be able to actually see them on camera, or even better in the flesh, rather than just the images don't do them any justice at all. This is Kodiak. Now he's a little cutie. He reminds me more of a little cub grizzly bear, and yes, he's also very adorable and available now too. And we've had a lot of requests for Alfie. Well, he's back. We've had quite a few Alfies lately that have all been adopted, and this one has just arrived with us here. So check out Alfie. He's available on our website too, and he is also an older piece with the circular tag, and of course a long time retired. So check out Alfie. He's an absolute poppy. I love the curly hair on this one and the tip detail. It just makes him that more teddy bear looking, doesn't it? Now let's see who's coming in here. This is also an older piece. This is Pipsie. We get very few Pipsies here. A very sweet teddy. Again, it's an Isabel Lee design, so it has the slightly wider face, but with the shorter hair gives it quite quite a different expression to the ones when they've got the longer hair, which forms more of a mane. Isn't that lovely? So Pipsie's coming in at £59, and again available on our website. So we really have some special pieces, and for those collectors who have so many teddies now, sometimes the smaller pieces are just perfect to slot in your collection too. And of course, we're always looking for that special offer too. Now, if you missed out on the Halloween collection, with it coming so late in the year and only just the week of Halloween here too, then we have just a very few choice pieces left at an amazing price. So check them out online too, and you can grab yourself a bargain. We also do have some amazing Charlie Bear offers coming in and out all the time, so keep an eye out for those as well. So we have Bearwolf on offer, and we also have some of his little friends. We've got Bandage here. So these ones are quite unique and quite different if you're wanting something from one of the theme series for your collection too. And not forgetting, we even have this one, Little Wing. Now this one is super cute, and even if you were to take the cape off this teddy too, there's nothing wrong with undressing your bears. If you're not so keen on the outfit, then you've just got a little natural teddy under there in the darker black and grey shade, but great little size to fit into your collection. Now this is one of the bear ranges that I was talking about that's just designed by a initial, so we're not really sure who's behind the creation of these. They're just part of the Charlie Bear collection, but also that does show in the pricing structure of these bears too. So these are a lot more simplistic. There is not the work or detail in these bears. They're very cute, they're jointed, they don't have paw detail, things like that, but then it is represented. It's £39 for a Charlie Bear, so that's quite sweet if you're just wanting something little cheap and cheerful for your collection, or even to get you started off before investing in some of the larger, more expensive pieces. So why not keep a check on our website at maryshortle.com. I nearly forgot, just before I sign off, I was going to show you the bunnies. So not all about bears, but also some super cute bunnies, and we love the retired bunnies, especially here at Mary Shortle. This one is gorgeous. This is Briar Rose, and she is one of the lovely hares actually, with the lovely long ears. Check out this beauty. Now with these ears, they're actually they have a wire in them, so they're nice to pose, and you can create different little looks. Little fluffy tail here, and she's predominantly pink with the little flecked hair. So we talked about the Heather Lyle bears earlier and the slenderness of the Heather Lyle patterns, and this one is also Heather Lyle. So you can see there's a little bit of resemblance there. Can you imagine if she had teddy ears? She'd become a cute teddy too. But yeah, they've got her as a sweet little bunny. So this is Briar Rose. And if you love everything in pairs like I do, being from the twin sign, then you could have these two. This is Briar Rose that we've just looked at, and this is Magnolia, also quite a rare, harder one to find. Aren't they lovely? I love the way that he's got like crimped hair. It looks like he's been under the tongs, doesn't he? But absolutely sweet. Or maybe it's a little girl actually, Magnolia. But yeah, these ones are very sweet, and again also from Heather Lyle creation. But yeah, what a sweetie. And they're just nice and slender and easily fit in your collection. You don't need a lot of shelf space for these ones. What I like about the bunnies too is that because they've got such a large feet, look at the length of those paws, they actually stand quite nicely. If you're really clever, you can actually get them to freestand too, and the way they're jointed, if you get the balance right. But if you turn the head, and you can position them in some really cute little positions if you're wanting them in your collection. Now one of the newer versions is this one. Now this one is a little bit grumpy, I think. This is Broccoli, and I'm loving the mix of the fabrics on this one, but I have to say there's a little bit more realism that they've tried to achieve in the pattern and maybe the stitching and shading of this one. But I still think this one's a little bit cuter, isn't it? But yeah, Broccoli's cute, and also has this little felt carrot, which is quite a nice little added addition there. This one's coming in at £86 retail, so this one is a little bit higher priced, and for the size as well. It's very sweet, but there's not a lot of bunny there for £86. That's just my own personal opinion, and we have got some superior retired bears here that are extremely good value, coming in right £59-69. So but if you love broccoli, then that's absolutely great, and you're wanting her for your collection. There isn't any particular detail stitching on the paws here, and they've just got that little bit of shading. So this one is actually designed by Isabel Lee, but I think just the way they've created, maybe she's a little bit flat faced for my liking. And you know, as a collector myself, I like to be honest, you know, they can't all be your top favorites. I do have a lot of favorites on my Charlie Bear list and in my collection. This one appeals to me more. I think this one's very sweet, but I think it's more about the touch of this one. It is the super silky touch plush. And I have to say, yeah, 2020 Carrot Top is also a really sweet little poppet. But look at those paws. So when I'm talking about the detail in the paws, coming in at £74 retail. So like I was saying, with broccoli is not as soft, not quite as large, and not quite as detailed. Can you see there? But slightly more expensive. So I think this one would be a fantastic option if you're looking for a super cute bunny. But again, you can style and pose the ears on this one as well. Again, with the little felt carrot round the neck, so a nice little added detail. She has got very sweet little eyes under there, but with her hair being a little bit denser, they're sort of hidden a little bit. But yeah, I love this one. I mean, the feel of this, it is just like silk, absolute perfection. So definitely check out all our amazing bears and bunnies, and of course, yes, we will continue to stock Charlie Bears as York's premier and largest selection here. So come along and visit us at Lord Mayor's Walk in York, just behind York Minster, car park directly opposite, open Monday to Saturday 10 AM to 5 PM, and you will not be disappointed, and I can guarantee you're more than likely to go out with some cuties behind me. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and can't wait to meet you all very soon and hear all about your amazing Charlie Bear collections.